Hello, everyone. My name is Pat Quinn. I'm the mayor of Broomfield, Colorado, and this is Conversations with Quinn, a community recovery podcast. And I think it's safe to say that everybody's being impacted by this pandemic in ways that we never even dreamed imaginable 2 months ago. And so the purpose of this podcast is to try to tell the stories of people in our community about what the impact's been, and then ways maybe that Broomfield's trying to help people out. And today we're going to talk about seniors. And we have today Councilmember Groom, and we have Clay Shuck, who is the Director of Parks, Recreation, and Senior Services. And I think it's fair to say, Kim, that Kim's been involved with senior services long before she was on council. And so she's been dedicating a lot of time to seniors over the years. And so I'm going to start with you, Kim. Tell me how this health crisis has impacted the seniors in our community.
All right. Thank you very much, Mayor. I want to start by thanking all of our residents for stepping up during this pandemic. The community has done a great job adhering to the public health recommendations. And I know it's been hard for all of us, especially our seniors. But as we're all eager to move into the safer at home phase starting on May 9th, it's important to note that seniors 65 and above, as well as any resident with pre-existing medical conditions, are still being asked to stay at home for now and for the foreseeable future. So while it's for their own safety, it's no less very difficult and isolating and lonely. So really, today's podcast is to talk about how the new programs that will start on May 9th could possibly help reach out to those seniors and those with compromised immune systems.
Yeah, thank you, Kim. And I can only imagine. I could tell you, when I was mayor the first time around, you always visited the Lakeshore Room, and for the Friday lunches and and all the events that went on there, and all that's taken away from seniors right now. And so it's got to be a pretty isolating time for them. Clay, tell me, how are seniors doing? You're out there every day. Tell me what you think is going on in Broomfield with our seniors.
Thanks for inviting me, Mayor Quinn, and good to see you, Councilmember Groom. We certainly miss seeing our seniors, and I think this is a difficult time for our seniors with a stay-at-home order. So I think one of the things that they're really itching to do is get out and get back in the programs that they've been involved in at the senior center. Congregate meals, that was always such an important place to be for them, and to socialize, and the playing of cards and dominoes and those type of programs. So we certainly want to get them back to that, but we also want to do that in a safe manner.
Yeah, thank you very much. Hey, Kim, the other night we were on a town hall together, and you brought up creative solutions for seniors, and it was quite the topic. And we've had some discussion offline on that. Can you tell me what's going on with what creative solutions we can come up with for seniors in Broomfield? Talk a little bit about that.
Okay, certainly. Thank you, Mayor. Well, for one, and very important, Meals on Wheels programs supported by the Senior Resource Board will be restarting on May 9th. With fresh hot meals. So up to this point, only frozen meals, and it just won't cut it anymore. And I want to refrain. The Safer at Home starts on May 9th. The Meals on Hot Wheels is going to start on May 11th. So that is really very important to our seniors as far as getting some fresh meals. In addition to that, the library book service delivery will start again on May 11th. And then a new prescription delivery program will be launched to help those needing medication, but too vulnerable to get out into the community. I also want to say there are several stores in the area volunteering their morning time. Call in to each store to confirm, but it's around 8 to 10. And Broomfield Safer at Home has been asking all retail stores as they reopen to keep store hours for seniors and the vulnerable. So that's really exciting. And then we're also looking at creating crafting kits for seniors. Wow. And that way they can entertain themselves and make a craft. And then also how to record their history and all their wonderful stories. There's so much that we can learn from our seniors and the life that they have led. So making sure we capture this in this time is super exciting. But all of this still won't be enough. Our seniors will need us to reach out to them, make a phone call, send a letter, or find a way to connect and check on each other. So we're working on that right now. I know we talked about this the other night. I've gotten so many exciting calls and emails. I know our city staff has replied to emails saying we're all in. Clay is going to be setting up a program to letting our residents as well as our own staff and ourselves engage with seniors. Something very similar to what we do right now, and we just started in 2019, which would be for the shovel a senior walk. And that's an exciting program that helps seniors get their walks cleared. And I think we all do that somewhat in our daily lives. We know our neighbors that are seniors, and the easiest and quickest way we can connect is just to reach out to them right now. I wanted to say that one of my neighbors put together flower bouquets and delivered them to all of us during the last snowstorm as a spring flower early May Day, if you will, giving. So today's May Day, and if you have the ability to get some flowers and put on a senior's doorstep, that would be great.
Great stories. That reminds me of when I was a kid growing up in Nebraska, on May Day, you deliver the baskets to the girl you liked. And so I'm sure most of the seniors, and I guess, I don't know if I'm proud or what I could say, but I fall in this demographic. And so May Day was always a special thing. And so Clay, can you tell me a little bit more about Meals on Wheels? I was involved, there was a Mayor's Day on Meals on Wheels that I did back, 6-7 years ago. And it was one of the more enjoyable things I did. What's going on with Meals on Wheels? Kim touched upon it. Can you tell me more?
Thank you, Mayor Quinn. Yeah, our Meals on Wheels program is really amazing. Many of our seniors have become like additions to our own family.
Yeah,
especially to those volunteers that deliver those Meals on Wheels. It's really touching to hear the stories and the impact they have and the connections they have with those seniors. So I'm really happy to say that on May 11th, we're going to be going back to those Meals on Wheels, or I like what you said, Councilmember Groom, our Hot Wheels program.
Yes, exactly.
We make every effort to ensure their safety and well-being. Over the course of several weeks, we have learned that most seniors miss that daily contact and connection with people. They're really isolated in their own homes. And my parents are in their 80s as well. And even though they're together in the house, they're telling me the same thing. They said they feel really isolated. So they really are wanting that connection with the community again. And so to really get that going, to get that connection back with the Broomfield Community Center and with their friends is an important part of what we need to do. We've also been fortunate enough to establish weekly, more if needed, reassurance calls with these seniors, really to check in and see how they're doing. And I would encourage any member of our senior community out there that wants to have that connection, please let us know. And we will make sure that we're doing a reassurance call with you. The senior service staff is an incredible group. They're really dedicated to working with the senior population. And recently they taught a senior how to connect to Zoom over the phone. And with the excitement of her face was incredible, it sounds like. And we're seeing that kind of across the nation, these interactions where they're learning some more about technology and they're getting that socialization that they're not being able to get in person. So those are the type of things we're looking at moving forward with, Mayor Quinn.
Yeah, I never heard of Zoom until 2 months ago. And now I'm an expert on it. And it's quite the deal. And so, hey, Kim, I know you've been involved with the Senior Resources Board, and I think you're the council liaison. To tell me what's going on there and how can people donate to the SRB?
Certainly. So the Senior Resources of Broomfield is an independent nonprofit organization, and I've been on the board of directors for several years now. And it really does strive to improve the quality of life through for all seniors and their families, because that's really important too, is to understand what the families are going through throughout Broomfield. And we usually do this through fundraising and volunteerism and activism. And I'm also was on the Dr. Coggs board. So that is the Denver Regional Group for Aging Citizens. I do have to put in a plug. I have to come up with a different term than seniors, aging residents, or something else. I know that they dislike being called a senior, and my mother is one of them. That's a name we don't use around her. But the SRB, we do a couple fundraisers every year. One is the car show at the Broomfield Days event, which is a lot of fun. We used to have a gala, and that gala then turned into hosting a street dance at the Broomfield Days. But this year we are not going to do that. And so our only other mechanism is looking at corporate donations and individual donations. So it's super easy to donate. You basically look up Senior Resources at Broomfield, and that will connect you to the donation page. But I can tell you right now, donating through the Broomfield Community Foundation is phenomenal. They are working with the SRB in regards to whatever we need to get funding for seniors and these special programs to reach out to them. We also are engaged in transportation services, as well as helping out with dental, vision, and hearing needs, in-home services. We have a locker or a storage room, if you will, of used medical devices that are in excellent shape that we clean and repair if needed, and seniors can rent those for zero fees. And that we really look at advocacy at the state and local levels of what seniors in Broomfield need from the state level also. So you can learn more by donating at the Broomfield Senior Resources.org. Or you can definitely connect with me, and I will provide as much information as needed.
Thank you, Councilmember Groom. I'm not sure, I'm getting used to the senior term. It's the at-risk term I don't like, So I want to personally—
We're all at risk.
We are, right?
Yep, we are.
I want to personally thank Councilmember Groom and Clay Shuck from the City and County of Broomfield for being on this program today and all you do for the community. I'm going to give a plug too to the Broomfield Community Foundation, because I've been working with them as well. So let me give you their donation site. They have a disaster relief fund for COVID-19, and it's broomfieldfoundation.org, and then /COVID, and it's just /COVID. broomfieldfoundation.org/COVID. So thank you, everyone. It's greatly appreciated.